Hello, hello,
Hey!
hello! Welcome to STF Conline 2024, the return of the Mac.
The Mac.
Oh,
Return.
you can always count on
Okay.
y'all.
Of the Mac.
Nice.
Return of the Mac. Yeah.
Oh, man.
How is everybody doing tonight? We are so glad to be here doing this again. You might see that Josh is missing. He has had a very long week and he has a very long weekend ahead of him. He sends his regards and love. But we have Dustin here joining us tonight. First time as a member or cast member on STF Con. And it's your fault that we're not doing a live play because we couldn't dare possibly do a live play with you, Dustin.
That the case?
No, that's not the case.
Wait. Is this live?
Is this live? I gotta go.
In fact, it's my fault because I got old and broke my back, so I could not properly prep the adventure. So we're gonna just hang out, chit chat a little bit, and welcome you guys all to this weekend of mechs and more here at the Strange Table Fellow Network. Emily,
Hey,
on the ones and twos, how you doing?
I'm doing, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, other than a
The
broken back.
threes are right out.
Yeah, no, this ain't no three house. Get the hell out of here. I'm sorry.
I got no threes in
No
here.
threes. Go fish, bitch.
Three ain't companies. Three's a crowd.
Oh, goodness.
That's
As
right.
P-Funk said, sounded like a 3 to me.
Sound like I got a 3 on it to me.
I did actually build mechs for that adventure, so like if we do something in the future with them, I got mechs ready
You
to
got
roll.
next ready to
Adam.
go.
Nice, nice.
Awesome.
Booyah. Thank you for the 25 months.
25 minutes straight, even though we haven't
Whoa.
streamed anything in several months. That's dedication. Thank you. Booyah.
Thanks, man.
That's what I appreciate about you. That and the fact that he dressed up in a tux, in an actual, like, tuxedo.
A
for our game.
traxedo?
No, not a traxedo.
Nice.
A tuxedo. Full on.
Yeah, that
Well-
you can rip off and it's just
Nope.
a tracksuit.
Nope, sir. Nope, sir.
It's like
They
a
did-
meme
I
where
don't
it's got the
understand.
I
guy-
don't understand.
Or you know the guy, and it's the meme in the left panel. It's like he's in his pajamas, and in the right panel he's in a tux, and it's like me going to my grandma's funeral, and then it's like me showing up for the STF Conline game. You know what I'm? You know? He gets tuxed out.
Suit up,
Busy.
baby. That's all I'm saying. Suit up.
Grandma was real cash, you know.
Yeah.
Cash.
She would not have wanted us to get like out of sorts on her account.
I thought about dressing up, and then like I realized that it was like 2 billion degrees. And I said, no.
Well, and also, it wasn't
Pretty
you know,
hot.
Yeah, it definitely hot. But also, like last night's kind of like the casual ease into STF and Con. I mean, hey, booyah, you do your thing, respect. But like
Respect.
the rest of y'all, don't ever feel like you have to black tie it up on the Thursday games. Now Friday, Saturday,
Saturday
those are the big
games.
events. Those are
That's
the big
right.
events.
Dressed up, dude.
I was dressed up and
You
I
need
got
sleep
here and
and
I saw
blazer.
Dustin and I was like, oh, let me tear this away, get back into my tracksuit.
Dustin, that wig hurts me. I like
It is real bad.
It's real bad.
Yeah, it needs to be
I
taken
thought you
care of
just
a little
grew
bit.
hair for this event.
Nope.
You know?
Oh,
Whoa!
It was getting hot in
No,
there
put it
anyways.
back on. Put it back
put
on.
it back on.
Too shiny.
Put it back on backwards.
There you go.
Yeah.
The frullet.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't know.
The
You
ultra
all right,
carrion or
all
something.
right, dude.
Yeah, you need to speak to
Robert
somebody's manager
Smith.
right now.
Okay.
Stat.
Yeah, I was just about to
Robert
say, I was
Smith,
like,
dude.
what, when's the cure show? Dude?
I mean, that's objectively better. I don't know, like,
I don't know, man. It gives me Karen vibes.
Feeling myself.
it is pretty. It's like
The-
big Karen.
Yeah, the high
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
back.
It's like
are-
the higher the hair, the closer to Jesus. philosophy.
Let me speak to your manager.
Oh, wow. Excellent. Well, we're right there. We're already
You've at least
in
got
it.
more rhythm than the average Karen.
Redeeming quality.
Yeah, so earlier today on our Discord, which is where all the magic happens, somebody brought a interesting point up about one of the characters from our show and about what magic color combination they are.
Magic the Gathering.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Magic the
Clarify
Gathering.
there.
Yes.
Well, if you
Magic.
just magic is such a general thing and also such a like crucial part of TTRPGs that it's like I don't understand. But Magic
so-
the Gathering has very specific flavors of kinds of magic that the colors represent.
Well, to that point, I thought it might be fun for us to kind of go through some of our characters from our main shows and see what you guys think your color combos would be. Oren, I want to start with you.
My name's
Zach,
Zach.
no, I'm
My
sorry.
name's Zach.
Hey, Oren.
Zach,
look, you
that
got
is a
that space-
character.
I love
Look, you
Okay,
got that
it's
space
not me.
background. I know, but you got that space background behind you, and you kind of look
Yeah.
like Oren. You know what I mean? So it just
Stop being such a good actor.
Put on a cowboy hat, dude. That's all you need. Cowboy hat and a duster.
I just love
Drama.
the speed with which I'm Zach.
Zach.
It's not the first time Adam's done that.
I know. It's a
He's done
habit.
it a lot.
It's funny. He never calls me Mike. You know,
Yeah. No.
like he's got
easy to
those
tell you two
separated.
apart.
Very
yeah.
much like a lizard,
Yeah.
Heath. You
It's
know?
it's the lack
Well,
of
I
skill. in green
exfoliate
skin.
occasionally.
Exfoliate. What can I say?
Zach, what color would Oren be? What colors of Magic the Gathering would Oren fall into? You think?
Obviously, I think white's going to be in there with the
Mhm.
healing. I think that's a must.
For sure.
I think I think blue as well because of, the mental magic,
Mhm.
right? Blue is very
Mind meldy, mind
Yeah.
magic. stuff,
Yeah. I
Mhm.
don't know if he would be tricolor or not, but I feel like if
What
he
would the other
was,
splash be?
I don't, if you
Red?
haven't already said one, I don't think it's the case. you
Yeah.
know?
Or
Yeah.
Solarian,
That's kind of the
Solarian
truth, yeah.
aspect, or either that would be
Huh.
balled up into white. The whole.
Yeah,
I had
I
to
think
look
that
up
could just as
the-
easily feel white. You know?
aspect.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
blue
Are there
white.
any Magic players in the chat that
Yeah, if not,
there's
sorry
definitely a
about
few.
it.
think
Sorry
I'm
about
way off? If there are no
Corey
Magic players
agrees.
in the chat, what are we doing here,
I
man?
played Magic today.
Corey says that blue because he was cold and calculating.
Mm.
And his
Right.
magic was very like, manipulative. Not like in a negative way, but like manipulating the battlefield, like mental magic, like you said. It all feels very blue.
BPT definitely white blue.
All right, white blue it isn't.
All right.
Let's see if
Next
like,
question.
Maybe before we get into it, let's just very cursory say what each color kind of vibe. Like
Oh
white is-
gosh. There you go.
I-
There you
I
go.
posted
Bam.
it,
Alright.
but it's not.
It's in
Alright,
there.
perfect.
There you go.
Nice.
So I'm going to say this aloud for
Thank
people
you.
who are not reading the chat. White is peace, law, structure, selflessness, equality. I'm going to add healing to that. Blue is about knowledge, deceit, caution, deliberation, perfection. Black is power, self-interest, death, sacrifice, uninhibitedness. Red is about freedom, emotion, action, impulse, destruction. Green is nature, wildlife, connection, spirituality, and tradition. So maybe a splash of green for Oren, if given those parameters.
Like connection, spirituality. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, nature insofar as the cosmos,
Right,
Mhm,
right.
mhm.
Like if we
but I
think
still
about
feel
all
like
the
it's the smallest splash,
It is.
This is
Sure.
astrology for nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This is.
I'm here
You're
for
right,
it.
Shane. You're right.
everybody's
You're
got to have hobbies.
right. Okay. So let's go to you, Heath. What about Mike?
I mean, red with a little splash of white for titanium Mike. I mean, like the vast majority is red.
Mhm.
But definitely like with the being a protector and
Mhm.
soaking damage for others, and also his like views on fairness and justice and stuff. Primarily red with some white.
All right. Very good.
I think some green. I think it's red green.
I don't see the green. Adam tried to make an argument earlier, and
Yeah.
like I heard it. Like Big Stompy is like the
Mm-hmm.
meme parlance for green, but like anything you could associate with green that Mike is getting, I feel like you could just as easily say that he's getting that from white.
Or the big stompiness could even come from red because I think about giants and they're red.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Red green, I just imagine like a barbarian type, archetype.
So Mike, we're getting a lot of red green though from the chat.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's red
Um,
green.
But that's the truth.
green for Mike because green is all about buffing and hitting hard. You know, Finder says Mike red, green, then white, then black. So all the colors except blue.
Okay. Just everything.
Yeah.
Except blue. There's no blue. There's not a drop of blue.
There's
in
not a
Mike,
drop of
you
blue in
know?
Mike, that's for sure. Okay. All right. So Emily, what do you think about for Ziva?
I don't know, man. Maybe some.
Yes, you do.
Maybe some black.
There's definitely
Yes.
some black. but-
Definitely some black.
Mostly black, maybe. I don't
I
know.
wouldn't say mostly. I think that
A
you're
little bit of
you're-
white.
Some white for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's.
yeah.
But I think the whole thing is that you're equally both of those.
Yeah.
Which is what makes
White,
Ziva
black.
so Ziva.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
you know, like you have a selflessness and a need for people to be treated equals, but then like you also have, or not you. Again, you guys are your own people and not your characters.
I feel like you're having a hard time
He's doing great.
acknowledging
Did I
that.
tell you that I broke my back?
Oh, you're gonna pull the Mike Tyson interview?
Yeah.
What was going on in that last round, Mike? My back is broken. Spinal.
But yeah, of course, with the black, you know, with the power and the sacrifice and kind of your inhibitions or your, you know, your freedom of expression of the darker aspects. Yeah, black and white all day long.
She's
Maybe
the
a
Damon
splash of
Targaryen
blue.
of our group.
Maybe-
Equal parts villainous and heroic, you know?
I feel like that's who I want to be in my heart of hearts. So,
Is Damon Targaryen?
I don't know about that character, but like just that explanation.
Oh, okay.
I think there could be an
I was like, I
argument for
don't
a
think he's
splash
an
of red.
aspirational individual. I just, you know,
No, not at all.
you can find better role models than,
Just do better, girl. Do
than that
better.
dude, man.
John, what about Zeno?
Xeno would be blue artifact, or blue colorless all day long.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bam.
Easy.
Yeah,
Easy
That's
stuff.
easy.
Yeah.
easy.
Next question.
Next question.
So-
we don't need to discuss.
It's
I don't
straightforward.
think,
It's
I don't think
very
anybody
straightforward.
can refute that at all.
Let's
you know?
what do you guys think Fell would be?
Blue.
No.
I think he's
Blue,
I think
for
he,
sure.
he's got blue. I
Blue
think
color,
there's
really?
some red in there too.
I
though.
think there
it's-
is some
it?
red. You might
I
not
think it's
think
in
it,
it.
but,
Caution. The deliberate.
well, but
you
also
know,
the high
nature.
damage. Like he's very calculated about doing. Like I'm gonna set up a whole turn to get a really powerful shot off next time. I feel like that feels like a mixture of blue and red to me.
To me, it feels like black red, but the problem that we're having with black, I think anybody saying that Fell would have black is because black's associated with the more like nefarious and evil aspects of magic. But I think like what you're talking about mechanically there, we're spending a whole turn to set something up, just feels very black to me in its mechanics and how it like sets up its big nukes, you know?
And I guess that's where we differ, because like I'm not versed enough in Magic the Gathering to know about the actual mechanics of it. So I'm just going off of this little chart.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting blue. Most people think blue from the chat. You know? Josh, who's in the chat, says red green.
I think at his core, Fell has a little bit of white because like he likes structure. Like he likes organization. He likes hierarchy, you know. That's why
Yeah, order is for sure a part.
Red,
Yeah.
green, what?
All right,
Right.
well,
That's Naya colors, baby. That's my favorite. Anyways.
Josh said red green in his opinion. We way off, I guess.
yeah. But what does Josh know? He's
Like,
not-
where, I don't know where he gets that. I don't know where he even
Where
gets
does he get off?
Okay, so then let's move shows. Let's Let's go to Live and Let Fly.
Shoot. All right.
All right, so Hestia.
But yeah, this whole conversation started because of Hestia, which is
Right.
weird. I hadn't thought like this is an exercise we go through sometimes. You know, like this is a lens that some of us who have played Magic use to kind of, astrology for nerds to kind of assess how we view our characters. But Ti had just never thought to do it. You know, I mean, I feel like there's some white, like spiritually, you know,
white, green,
emotionally, some green, like she's got a pet, you know,
mono white.
mono white. But I also feel like there's some blue as well
Mono white
because there's so
artifacts.
much planning and setting up, and I'm doing.
But I feel like that is white. You know, like white, it has structure and planning and like organization. Blue is like scheming and in the way that they plan. You know, I don't see a lot of blue in Hestia personally.
I don't know. I feel like we're very much limiting some of these down to certain boxes of like how they feel as opposed to how they
the
mechanically
conversation
operate.
that we're having.
I don't,
Like-
yeah, what do you think?
That's what we're discussing
I think
here.
mono white artifact is what I think.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what I.
that's interesting.
See, what leads me to like a little bit of blue is all the like harrying fire and stuff like that. Like, you know, interacting with the pet and like, you know, like they're a unit and you know, manipulating two different things that are bouncing off of each other a lot. But that the artifact can kind of cover that as well.
Yeah, you could have white
Hold
blue
on.
artifact there. But
Are we good, Emily? So you raised. You're also muted.
You are muted right now, girl.
Just kidding. Shit.
There you go.
Bella, thank you so much for the 3 gifted
okay.
subs. I missed that
Oh,
earlier.
thank you.
Oh,
That's
nice.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, appreciate it.
Cinnamon rolls do have white frosting. I mean,
The logic is sound.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
think
much it.
case closed on that one. I think we can
all
call that
right.
one.
Chick.
All right, John, what do you think about your boy Vincent?
So that's a toughie.
Is it? It's red as a mother. It's like,
No. I know red is primary. Red is primary, but I don't think it's mono red. I don't. I think that there's something else in there. And
It'd be
part of me
green.
wanted to say white, but I don't think he has the selflessness.
It's
So
green.
I'm thinking maybe you think green?
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering either green or
I mean,
no,
you're
not
literally-
black, not black.
You're
but
made of
like-
Red,
stone.
black?
You are nature.
We're just in the wrong game. He's a rock type Pokemon, is what it is.
That's what 3 y'all said.
So like,
Yeah, I think
Color
red
is rock.
green. Oh,
Rock steel.
Mostly
type,
red.
yeah.
Mostly.
Oh, heavy red, heavy red. Yeah.
yeah, I think I would almost say mono red, but you know,
The fact that y'all in the chat are all on board with us sitting here bullshitting.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's awesome.
appreciate
Our
about it.
characters is magic. Thank y'all.
Yeah, for real.
I know we have the right kind of community,
Yes.
I guess.
yeah. So
Jimmy T. I like Jimmy T. He's I think you're red green with a splash of black, just a little bit.
just a little black.
Just a little splash
Yeah.
of black. I mean, I think
I had a
green
really
is just-
cool
I don't
red dwarfs deck that was cool. That like you put out the same. Normally you're limited to 4 cards of the same type, but there was like a stipulation in the deck you could have like I think 7 of the same exact kind of dwarf, and the more of them you put out, they all buffed each other.
Taffy Saint just said, I have absolutely no idea what we're talking about, but I'm finding the southern accent soothing.
There's something there for you.
Let's see. What about so for Roland? I think red and white. Red white.
yeah,
Yeah.
Boros.
Red, white.
Yep. Yep.
Yep, I like it.
What about Morgan?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's green.
Green,
Green.
for
Green,
sure.
white.
Yeah, for the connection. Yeah.
Green, white?
Green, white. I could see green, white.
Yeah, green, white.
Yeah. Oh man.
But don't tell them that. They would be upset with the
A
white.
little bit of red.
So, okay, here.
The
They're
whole
green,
empathy thing?
They're green white, but they want to be more green red. That's what they want.
Okay.
No black finder. Come on, Morgan. Morgan doesn't have any black. I don't think. I don't track that.
Nah.
But
All right, what about Gaddy?
Uninhibited would be the only
Gaddy.
black thing.
Gaddy.
strictly artifact.
Brown.
Yeah, that's why I said artifacts. Just like straight up like
The lube counts as an artifact. Stop it.
beans.
Beans. Let's see.
I think red, just well,
I think honestly, there's black there in Gaddy because he's kind of got like little henchman quality to him. You know what I mean?
elaborate.
Well, like he was a stooge for
He was a corporate
Edge Corp for a
stooge.
long time. You know what I mean?
He's trying to get paid, man. We just all out here
I
trying
mean,
to get
technically
paid.
we all were.
Yeah.
And Gaddy is the most pragmatic of the group.
It's just
You
not
know?
that.
I think you could throw that into red though as well.
Yeah, but he's not like impulsive. You
Yeah.
know, he's not. He's
Yeah,
not
red's
like-
more direct.
Yeah.
Like they might share a pragmatism, but red is like straight to the source, damage to the face. You know.
Yeah. Let me hit you with these beans.
Yeah. If he was chucking cans of beans every turn and hitting people with them, I'd go red.
So I'm gonna say, I don't know,
Nothing's stopping him. He could still do that. There's
just a little bit of white, maybe.
I'm thinking. I'm
Because
feeling a little bit of
he
white.
stayed on
Structure.
with the
You like
structure,
structure,
yeah.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Maybe he's got the black-white vibe too.
Maybe.
Kind of Orzhov feel. Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
that's it.
Well, I want to
What
give
is
Dustin a
Josh
chance.
said?
Oh,
So, Dustin, what do you think about Amir?
this is under the table.
Under the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Mirror. He's all colors, baby. He's Wooberg. That's right. Rainbow.
Very-
Called
So,
Wooberg?
He contains multitudes.
It could take-
Wooberg.
Red, blue,
But-
white.
Yeah.
Red,
What'd
blue,
you
white,
think?
man. Like white because he's a healer, you know.
Okay. Okay. I see the white now. Okay.
I mean, he's an alchemist, all about
He's
knowledge.
very selfless. Like,
And
Yeah,
he,
the alchemist
um,
thing can feel blue or green to me a little bit.
Yeah, and red because of Pookie.
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh.
No other
really
red?
is.
Definitely with some colorless. In there. I think there's some colorless. in
Yeah,
there,
I just
too.
don't
a
think
little
I
bit.
don't see black
Colors, yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Well,
That I've been made aware of.
okay. I would say his backstory definitely has some black elements in it.
You know, don't we all have, you know.
Everybody's backstory,
Yeah,
you know.
okay. Well, that was a fun experiment.
There you
Outlaws
go.
Backland Star.
We got a bunch of other characters. We didn't even get to the other outlaw characters, but I think we've exhausted this game
The
enough.
bit is done.
Yeah.
Reached our designated allotted banter time here. Huh?
So, well, I mean, this is all banters, but
all
we're gonna.
banter.
I think we've pushed the limits of Magic the Gathering
I think so.
as much as we can.
Yeah.
What are you guys excited about for this weekend?
The
Panels.
panels, man.
The
I'm excited about
panels.
the
Zach,
Oh, man.
yes. Yes.
We got some really good panels this year. I'm very excited about it. We got 3. The GM happy hour hasn't been given as much attention just because we've done it before, and it's going to be very loose. It's going to be just a Q&A with the fellas from GM happy hour. However, I really urge you to tune in because we do have some news about the future of GM happy hour that I think you might all be interested in. So yeah, that is, I don't know, tomorrow at sometime at 1, I believe.
Tomorrow at some time.
Professional.
Dude,
Yeah.
time is nebulous. There's no way we
Yeah.
can keep up with all this.
Yeah, it's Vera just tells me where to be, and that's why.
GM Happy Hour is July 13th,
Happy hour.
Saturday at
Happy
1
hour.
p.m.
All right, I was right. All right, good. But before that, we have another panel. Emily, you want to talk about that panel?
Yes, it's the Women in TTRPGs panel. It's going to be tomorrow, July 13th at 11 a.m. Central Time. It is going to have some pretty cool people in it. And if you give me just a second, I'll even pull up a thing and talk about
Who they are.
them's people. I was ready. Who said I wasn't? Me?
You?
I said it.
I think you're
We
telling
can
us
edit
right
this,
now.
right?
Yeah.
So we are going to have Lynn Meyer, who is with... Sorry, something just happened in my house. She's a writer and consultant, a TTRPG editor. We're also going to have Anne Hearthsinger back with us. Is going to be chatting. She is another TTRPG professional. And
Right.
this is our third person. Leona Maple. I'm pretty excited. Honestly, I'm nervous. Actually, I'm very nervous.
You nervous?
I don't know if I
Yeah,
was.
it's a pretty stacked little panel
Yeah.
that we got there. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting information and discussion there. Some really good questions from our listeners.
Yeah.
That will help kind of shape that. But I know I'm looking forward to checking that out. And then we got the gym happy hour after that, and then on Sunday we have another really interesting panel about adventure writing. And this panel is going to we're going to try to keep it system agnostic. All right. So this is more about just the concepts of like, what does writing for adventure mean versus just writing like a book or, a short story. Like what and we got some really good adventure writers to do this. And then, and me. So we got some good adventure writers and then me. But yeah, so we got Jason Tondro on there. We got Eleanor Farron on there, and we got Jenny Zabsky. Wow. What a
Stacked.
what a
all
great-
the way
That is
across.
stacked.
yeah. And so we got some good questions for them too, and that is on Sunday at 1. And I'm really, really excited. I also am a little nervous because that's it's some great writing talent on that panel.
But you don't have to
All I have to
present
do is ask the
yourself as a
question.
Great, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's
I just have to
still-
facilitate the discussion, which that I can do. I am good at that. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Easy.
And I've only written 2 very short adventures, so I'm going to be listening as well.
Taking notes. It's gonna be great.
Trying to absorb it all in. Yes. So that's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
What else we got
I'm-
going on this weekend? Heath, you got a big new event, don't you?
Yeah, well, other than the games I'm running, we're finally doing a Fight Rock tournament.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about
Nice.
that. We've been doing Fight Rock for patrons of certain tier for a good while now, and it's always been a really good time. And the individual Fight Rocks are always fun and like laid back and low key, and like there's no pressure because nobody's gonna hear it. It's just a nice hangout, But it being a sport that is like really set up for larger competition, March Madness kind of being the inspiration, I was like, it would be really cool if we could get enough people to do a full bracket system and then have narrow it down until we have a championship fight. And so we made it happen. So I'm very excited for that. It is kind of early on Sunday. It's going to be 9 a.m. Central on Sunday, and I'll be think of it like a March Madness bracket. You'll have like the West Division and the East Division. I'll be running the West Division, and our friend Brian Old Scratch, who helps me run Fight Rock, will be running the East Division, and then each of our winners will fight each other for the championship.
Woo!
Can
Yeah.
we bet on that?
What do
Like,
you-
can we?
I'm
can
really
I mean, you
looking
can
forward to it.
technically
You can.
bet on
Can you
anything
bet
you
on
want.
But not
Outside
officially
of
as a part
official
of the
channels.
STF network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a roster?
If you want to go to your bookie, you can do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
We here at STF do not facilitate or encourage any betting of any kind. Thank you.
That is not true. Literally every character that Heath plays is gonna gamble.
Yes,
Yeah.
I play fictional gambling characters, sure. My podcast network does not facilitate illegal gambling.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
Well, that's
Needed
our
that for that
probably our
TOS.
biggest problem that we have
Yeah.
right now.
I think we're really leaving
There's a
money on
lot
the
of
table.
red tape involved with the gambling business.
I think we could triple our income if we just opened up to that.
Triple?
But,
That's all?
Triple.
yeah. Well, our income isn't very much.
What I'm saying, we could go
Set the
way
bar low,
above.
man.
What's 0 times triple, baby?
Dustin,
Yeah,
what
Fight
are you?
Rock should be fun.
Yeah, Fight Rock's gonna be great. Dustin,
Yeah.
John, what are you guys excited for this weekend? John, you mentioned the panels.
I already
Can you
mentioned
put
the panels. Yeah.
So you're off the hook.
excited.
Okay.
John said, already said what I'm going to say.
The panels, obviously. Fight Rock got a character in there that is going to win, no doubt.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm betting on Dustin then.
He's the golden boy, the one true, whatever.
The
I
one
don't
true
know.
champion.
But yes, and I am in 2 really interesting one shots. Fight for the Future, Fight to the Future, I can't remember right now.
Fight
but,
the future.
Fight the future. Yeah, it's androids and automaton characters only.
Ooh.
So
that's
fun.
y'all know that I have like 35 Pathfinder characters, so I did have a couple automatons that I was waiting in the
Ready to go.
wings. There's one specific one I was
expect no
waiting
less.
to play. I'm excited. And that's in just like an hour and a half, so that's going to be
That's
great.
happening soon. Huh?
Fate of the future.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We
that's
have a lot of
happening soon.
people watching right now. I
Coming
just
to
want to
your
say thank
Discord.
you all
Yeah.
for being here. There's like we got 36 people on this.
Sure.
Nice.
I know
Thank you
that's not
so
big
much.
numbers in the Twitch world, but for us, that's pretty nice, especially on a Friday night. And I know that
Yeah.
there's games going
There's
on.
so
and-
many things you could be doing with your
Yeah.
Friday night, folks.
Sam,
Don't
thank you
scare
for
'em
the
away.
gifted sub.
Don't scare them away.
Yeah.
Think of all the better shit you could be doing
Yeah.
with your Friday night than sitting here watching us.
Just take a second to reflect what brought you here to this moment.
You're a really
sure
bad
you're-
hype man.
Think about all the poor decisions you've made in your life that have led you to this
Yeah,
Twitch
just-
stream on this Friday
Just
night.
make sure that you're okay with how you got here and where you're at.
Really reflect on everything.
And
Who
I-
played? Did
I'm sorry.
anybody play last night?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Emily. All right. So how was your game, Emily?
It was pretty great, actually.
I mean, I tried to hang out for the start of it, and it was like 30 to 40 minutes in, and you guys still hadn't done anything. But it
finished
was super fun. I was laughing.
We
You finished it with like 3 minutes to go,
Yes.
didn't you?
Yes. When we decided to get our
Nice.
cats in order, we meowed. The game was a lot of fun. Monsieur Bouillard ran us through a D&D 5e. We were 8th level. It was basically kind of a dungeon
Nice.
crawl, and man, the greatest thing, I need to put this in our memories Google form. We had at one point somebody killed an animated gargoyle and then reanimated it, and we named it Sparkles. And spoiler alert, Sparkles died, and it was a
No.
great,
Didn't
great
make it.
tragedy.
No, no.
F's in the
Rest in
chat for
peace, Chad.
Sparkles, y'all.
Yeah.
Do it.
That's
Let's do it.
No, it was a lot of fun. It was a really good table. Like, we had a really fun,
There was some really good energy
Yeah.
at that table. It really was.
kind of like
Uh,
everything I needed in my life in that moment. So yeah, it was good. It was
Good.
wholesome.
Oh, I'm glad to
Nice.
hear that. Heath,
Happy
was
to hear
yours a pinnacle of pure excitement and joy?
I would say yeah.
Awesome.
I got to. I was really pleased. I got to kick off the con, the first game of the early day con with a game Finder was running. It was a society game on Octurne, which is going to get into that spooky Lovecraft junk, and it did deliver on that. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but I was really pleasantly surprised, as was everybody at the table, how much like important and relevant and setting impactful lore was in this single one shot. Like, there was some really cool deity related stuff in it that I was not expecting. So it was awesome. I'm gonna I got to start the con with Finder. Turns out I'm gonna finish it with him too on the last game on Sunday. So
Nice.
Nice.
it was a good
Nice.
time.
Cool.
And after this, I've got my Monster Hunter game, which has become a tradition. I've done it for every STF con.
I
now.
really love that is a tradition, by the way. I don't think
Oh,
I've
well,
ever
thank you.
told you that, but I think it's really cool that has been something that you
Become
can
a
do.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I'm really excited for this year. I moved the level up to 10, so all the we're up in the nice juicy levels, which I was like, that feels appropriate. Like, my goal here is to make it feel like one of my great loves, the Monster Hunter video game series, is very combat focused. Like, my goal is just let's have 3 big monster fights, and there's sort of a little mini game tracking exploration aspect to it thrown in there, but mostly it's about the combats. But every year I've gone up a little bit more in level because it's turned into also a tradition. Prior to the con, I have to go through every single monster in all 4 of the Alien archives and figure out, all right, what do I want to throw at them this year? And I'm really excited. And it's cool. Like
he's kind of showed me a little bit what he's working with. You guys, you got a tough hunt on your hands coming up. You know.
Oh yeah.
Well, better eat right. You know.
Well, and I'm really
games.
I'm really excited for that one because the way I've kind of set it up, and I've tweaked it a little bit and like added to it a little bit every year. And one of the things I really wanted was sort of an RNG element where it's essentially, because I'm a glutton for punishment, it's essentially 3 one-shots in one, because there's multiple paths you can go down, and like the party will be rolling either survival or perception or stuff to try to track their way through these different biomes and settings and stuff, and they can screw up and get off on a different path where there's different encounters. So it actually has a lot of replayability where like I could take the same group and run it the next day and they could have a totally different set of encounters.
Dude, cool. I've got a
You're
game
such
that
an
I'm
overachiever, and I love it.
I've got a game that I'm running tomorrow. I still am doing some mech related stuff, so I'm doing some of the mech training things, and what I'm excited about that because like it's basically like Rock'em Sock'em but with mechs. And so like the setup is that the characters are getting into like virtual pods, and then they get into this virtual reality. I have played a game like this in my life where you get like, and you guys did that at what, Dragon Con, right? Where you kind of
I know what you're talking about. Dang it, Mech Warriors.
Yeah, Mech Warriors. This is basically what it is, but it's like an arena, and it's just we're gonna throw mechs at mechs and see what happens. And so I'm really excited about that. And then I'm excited to play a little Pathfinder, doing headshot rot, headshot to the rot or whatever. It's like all gunslinger party, little one shot, kill zombies with guns. It's gonna be fun. And doing that with a few folks from the Will Save, the podcast crew, and Mansoor, and we got Topper running that for us. So I'm excited. My Saturday's full.
What time is that?
5.
I think I can watch that. Oh,
no, you
no,
cannot.
You can't. Adam banned me from that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nobody. I'll tell you outside the stream, but we can't play it.
You will get to play it eventually. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's why we can't play it.
all right.
Yeah.
Pout rescinded. Okay.
That's what I did too. I pouted.
So
and
you're
then
telling me I have
rescinded
to
it.
create a new Discord username?
You were. I learned
Yes,
it.
correct. Yes.
I just want to say quickly, the Mech Warrior thing is still a foundational STF network memory for me. Like it was the first con we went to was Dragon Con.
Yeah, it's first year of the podcast, 2019.
Yeah, it was like 2 months in, and I maybe 3, I don't know exactly, but I remember going. I had never been to a con before, and I didn't know what to expect. And Josh was all about the Mech Warrior thing, and he got several of us to go play it, and it was so fun. And I won, and I was just like, "This is amazing," and like I'm glad I embraced my friends, like kind of guiding me to cool stuff to do.
Mm-hmm. So we got a big weekend ahead of us, and all of you guys do too. Yeah, go ahead, Emily.
Sullivan, thank you so much for the Prime sub.
Is that Will?
That's just Will, man.
That's our boy
I'm
Will.
still
No,
thanking him.
thank you for the sub, Will. Thank you for the sub, Will.
Oh, it's Will.
Hey,
Oh,
what's
thank you
with
so
you,
much.
man? You just
I'm not
negging
sure.
every positive thing through the chat.
Damn.
Somebody shadow ban him out of the chat right now.
Sullivan, go enjoy your Friday. Don't chill here.
There's so
with
many
us.
better places you could be, Will. You could be playing Elden Ring with me right now.
Old Scratch, thank you for the sub. And Finder,
too,
thank
yeah.
you for the sub. 23 months.
Thank
Holy
you, thank you,
crap.
thank you.
Thank y'all.
So
You what?
for those of you that have been long term, I want to kind of just touch on some announcements. I've most of you know this already, but just going to kind of highlight a couple things before we get to the giveaway and then get out of here. Hideous Tomfoolery has been running on the main feed for the last few months as we prepare for Drift Delvers, and it's coming to an end on what we have recorded, which will be the end of book 3. And we are excited to say that Hideous Tomfoolery will be coming to Twitch probably in September, and we will be doing book 4 in its entirety on Twitch. So that's going to be super fun. And so those of you that have been subscribing for 2 years, you'll actually get content on this channel.
They had content for a while.
I love the hypocrites that show has turned us into. Like, this will never be an RSS feed. This will never be more than an underground feed. Now we like put it on the main feed. Now we're going to Twitch. You know,
it's the only way we'll get it done. That's the problem. That's like otherwise it's not going to get done. So let's talk about Drift Delvers.
HTF is the premier Starfinder podcast crossover podcast.
Oh, we got a hype! Yay! Hype train.
Thank you, Bella, for the resub.
Thank you.
Yes. So
Steve's OnlyFans really is to blame. Sorry.
It is. Drift Delvers, we're going to push a month. I know nobody wants to hear that, but we want to make sure we're bringing out the best show that we can. And given everything that's, we got STF Con this weekend and we got Gen Con next weekend, and we just really want to make sure we hit it right. So we are pushing the launch date to the first Sunday in September, which will be September 1st. We are really excited about it. We've had several conversations about it. The characters are coming together. Everything's coming together. We just needed a little extra time.
No, it's not next weekend. It's the
Gen
weekend.
Con is the couple weekends. Yeah, sorry.
It's the first weekend in August.
Yeah. So there's that news. But speaking of Gen Con, we will be there.
We will be there.
Yeah, and we are joining forces with We'll Save the Podcast. We got a house together, and we're doing a little hangout.
We purchased a home.
We did.
We did. We bought a whole house.
We went in. We're committing to this relationship.
We make bad decisions.
Putting my name on no lease, I'll tell you that.
I got to tell you something later, Zach. Sorry.
Forgery, you say?
It's all in G Unit's name. Don't worry about it.
Don't even worry. She said she's good for it.
She's got it. So if you're going to Gen Con, definitely come see us Friday night. We'll be at Tappers at 7. And I think that the STF crew, for the first time, as this whole unit, is going to go to a fish show together. Even Zach and Dustin are going to go as well.
Yeah, I'm
It's
going.
gonna happen. We're doing it.
I'm going to the fish.
You seem really
We'll have a
excited.
good time despite yourself.
How excited are you, Adam, right now?
I'm pretty excited.
I'm pretty.
excited.
It's just that Adam is going to be turning to me every 15. So, what do you think about this jam? What do you think about this jam?
No, that'll be-
Not necessarily. I've been to
not during
numerous
the
fish
show.
shows with Adam now, and actually, like multiple times, we've split up and like gone separate ways. You know?
Yeah, like I won't be disturbed during the show. After the show, however,
He's like, this is for me. Thank you.
yeah, after the show, however, I'll be all up in your ear, like, all right, man. Tell me you didn't like that 35-minute wave out.
The thing is,
The lights, bro.
the longer the jam goes after about 10 minutes, that is, I think, maybe my attention span.
Oh,
Yeah.
About a 10-minute single
what's
song.
The good news, Zach, is that these days they only take one song usually out for a very long time. The rest of the songs stay kind of reined in,
We've
so
gotten
you only
old,
have to,
you know?
you only have
Yeah.
to suffer one really long jam, and then the rest will be.
I don't know what to do with that word.
45-minute
All right, I've
Don't
said
get
this.
us out of the
I've
way in the
said it
first
once.
place.
If you
I've said it
will.
100 times. I think Trey is a fantastic player. It's like, it's the drums and bass. It's the rhythm section of Fish that I am just not about. I'm just not about it.
Oh.
That's all. That's
Okay.
all.
All right. Well,
Hey,
the
know,
podcast
isn't that
broke
the
up.
Have an opinion.
I mean, that's like the saddest thing, because like the rhythm section is what defines Fish.
I really
thought
like
that
that
was what he
bass.
was- I
Yeah.
thought
I'm not
you
a
were
Fish
gonna
fan,
say,
man.
It insists
man.
upon themselves. Stop it.
They certainly do insist upon themselves.
Hold on.
I mean,
Who was it that said? Hold on.
Musicians kind of do that.
Yeah.
Like
Bella said the resignation in Zach's voice is a whole vibe.
it is.
Yeah, I'm going to the Fish show.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I will go. I've listened to 100 hours of Fish. If
Yeah,
I'm
easy,
sure.
Easy, yeah.
I know what to expect. I've seen live fish video. You know what I mean? I know what I'm getting into
You
here.
haven't been there.
Yeah.
It gets really good at like
It's
hour
probably gonna be
200.
real hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
So
stick
good.
with it till book 35.
Yeah, and then it gets so much better.
The series gets really
What's
good.
the sunk cost fallacy? Is really like it's really like
Fish, the
Yeah.
wheel of time of bands.
Yeah.
Biffy said
Yes,
100 hours of
exactly.
fish, so like 3 songs.
Sorry to hurt your feelings on that one, Dustin.
Yep. I mean, that would just like raise it up a little bit, in my opinion.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
go.
great.
I'm gonna have a good time, man. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm
you
looking
will.
forward to it.
I mean, there's no way you
Mhm.
can't. You know, like even if it's not like fully your jam, it is just a good time. You know.
I want to go Wookiee spotting at the fish show. Is what I
it's
want.
not hard.
Well, that's
Not hard at
sort
all.
of inadvertent, you know?
Yeah.
I have no
I think
idea
you'll
what
forget that
means.
you're doing it, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's already
way.
seemed like 100
I
already."
love Will went full Will Smith on me. Keep my wheel of time out your mouth.
Slap through this screen, boy. Oh,
So anyways, we'll be at Gen Con. Come hang out. We're excited about our first trip to Gen Con, so we'll see what all the fuss is about.
So
Slow your
is this
roll,
a
champ. I've been
convention
there.
completely dedicated to gin, like
Yeah.
the liquor?
it's
Yeah.
really
Oh,
cool.
I
That's
thought
why I
about-
like it.
I thought it was dedicated to like gent metal, you know, like
Oh,
That's-
like
that's-
gent, you know?
Yeah. There's a silent D in that one.
yeah. Well, it was
No, it's
silent. Dude. Like,
degent.
just because you
Yeah,
didn't
well,
hear it doesn't mean it wasn't there.
It's the gent.
The gin. That sounds
Oh,
like
brother.
a really trashy cologne.
Shayo's going to that.
Like,
Yeah, he's going.
now available.
Or, yeah, they're
JC
going rather.
Penney's.
Yeah. All right. So let's do some dice giveaways. Well, actually, before we do that, I want to do some thank yous for our Passel pals who just get all this
yeah.
shit going. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just go down the list. We'll start with our newest one, Finder. Welcome to the Passel.
Welcome to the
Finder
Passel.
is gonna be taking over some of the VTT management stuff for us. Sput did an awesome job for the time that he did it, but Finder's taken over the reins for us for a little while, and he's already got some stuff together for us that's saving us a lot of time. So thank you, Finder,
Thank
and
you.
welcome to the Passel. Then we've got E-Robs, who is our just social media kind of like keep us all together in our heads extraordinaire.
Ad herder.
She really
Thank
does so
you.
much. Like I don't even want to call her our marketing person anymore because it's just so much more than that, and it's cooler than that. You know, like what she does for us. So thank you, E-Robs, for everything that you do for the network. Then we've got Old Scratch,
Old Scratch.
one of the
That's
early.
Dr. Scratch.
Dr.
Sorry,
Scratch
Dr.
is
Old
nasty,
Just Scratch.
Put
Dr.
some
Old
respect
Scratch.
on his name.
Every time
Uh.
when y'all say his name to you, it's just
No.
me.
I had,
No.
I had an intrusive
Are you
thought
Pavlovian
to
trained on
itch when I heard it.
I think that's some personal business between you and the doc.
Fair enough.
that,
Fair enough. Fair
You
enough.
know. But no, so Brian, Old Scratch, Doctor, man of many names and titles. We met him at Dragon Con early on in this whole endeavor, and he's been with us throughout and
the whole time.
this whole time, and even helped us develop Fight Rock, which is no small undertaking, especially now that we threw the tournament. I was like, I reached out to Heath and Brian. I was like, you guys, there's this idea. Let's just do a full tournament during STF Con, right? That's easy. You guys got it, right? And like literally, then I walked away from it. And it's like, you guys figure it out.
Okay,
This is a
good
really
luck.
cool idea. You got it. So, you know, both to Heath and Brian, great job with organizing that, getting together. And thank you, Brian, for being a part of it. We also have Sheo of the New Sort.
Of the new sort.
Not the old chair.
the new variety.
chair.
The new variety. Shayo, what is there to say other than just thank you for being such a presence for us, like a rock in the community that always makes our community feel like it has its origins. You know what I mean? And
Totally.
that's
Hell yeah.
that's really important, and we're very thankful to you for that.
Also, you keep the bop hammer handy, you know, when people
Yeah,
get too horny. So
Yeah, you got this. Yeah,
thanks.
maybe like a little too quick on the jump on that. That is, I guess, what we have you to do for. So who am I to tell you how to do your job?
Yeah.
You do you, babe.
But you also have a partner in the moderation duties now. So we have our international edition mod with Hot Rats.
Our international edition mod. Hot Rats, who's probably asleep right now.
Right. Well, I was gonna say, so Hot Rats takes the other shift where Shayo's
premeditated,
sleeping.
partner.
Yeah. We had to get somebody in a different time zone, so we had full coverage of because we do have a lot of international community members, you know. So I thought it was good to have that, and both of them have just been really helpful. Like, there's a lot of moderation that happens behind the scenes, just as far as how we discuss how we organize the Discord and kind of touch in with what our goals are with the Discord and stuff. And both Shayo and Hot Rats are really integral parts of those conversations. And well, I guess that's everybody.
Thank you, Passive Pal.
Thank you, Passive Pal.
Yes.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
not everybody. You guys are idiots. Veridux.
Oh, God, dude.
I promise you are not
Sorry,
chopped
man.
liver
You
there,
did
Veridux.
Veridux first.
I really
No,
thought that
nobody's
you guys,
showing this,
I
man.
so thought, like, I set that up for you guys to make me look like the dumbasses, but then nobody.
I thought you did Veridux first.
I trusted you, man.
Man.
That's a problem
on you,
right there.
Adam.
You.
That's
That
on
was
you.
my problem.
Yeah, so Veridux, seriously, holy shit, dude. Like, y'all have no idea what this man does to organize this event.
Like,
It's
this wouldn't happen.
They only organize this event, you know.
yeah, like it's really unbelievable what
The
Matthew
work that went
does.
into it. Yeah,
I mean, like,
absolutely.
We have
And-
two of the premier spreadsheet makers of
It's
all
true.
time
It
in
is
the
true.
network.
Wow.
Mhm.
Between Old Scratch and Vera, spreadsheet game is on point. And I know Dustin is currently aroused just hearing that.
what am I chopping?
I'm
liver
actually
over?
looking at the spreadsheet right
Adam's
now.
got it up. It's like Adam's pretty into that spreadsheet.
What am I? Well, you don't think I get horny in spreadsheets?
I love the things you get surprised people
Spreadsheet
get offended
organization,
at, you know?
and I will not stand for it.
Horny as fuck. You don't even know.
I cannot
Someone take
stand
some.
up right now.
I can't
Okay.
believe you don't identify me as someone who gets horny for the most boring thing on the planet.
Seriously, Vera. Oh my God. Just thank you so much for organizing this. It like, as you're going through the process and you're sending us like the schedule before it's filled out, my head starts to literally melt. I'm like, we're not going to be able to do this. I don't.
It is so
it always
daunting.
feels so out of touch, and then Vera just brings it into a focus.
Makes
and
it work.
Oh, the power spreadsheets. Oh,
It's spreadsheet alchemy, and I love it. It's beautiful.
Yes, but really, okay, Bippy. She said Adam can't spread them sheets like I used to without throwing out his back.
Adam, where's the lie, baby?
I mean, that's true.
Got him.
Wow,
great.
You did go all spinal just trying to make a mech
Oh.
adventure.
I know. Yeah, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. We couldn't do any of this without all of our passive pals, and there's just not enough words to express the gratitude. And that goes for all of you who are part of our community too. Like, you are all doing work in the community just by showing up and being there. And there's a lot of kind of self-moderation that happens in our community that I really appreciate. Lots of good conversations, and most of the time everybody is about the conversation rather than the attack. And I really appreciate that a lot. And you guys just bring so much Sure.
piggyback on that real quick. So I'm like running 3 or 4 different servers right now, and I just need to pat every person in our server like on the virtual back, because comparatively, especially with our numbers, sorry Adam, I got excited. I'm sorry.
Truly has become a soft GM.
Bless his brittle bones. No. It's just I just love coming into our server because it's such a like breath of fresh air compared to so many others. So just thank y'all for being
chill
good.
compared to so many other
Yes.
places you can go.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, y'all are all right.
You're good people.
Y'all are all right.
Y'all are the best part of what we do. There's no doubt about
That's
that.
that's not a joke. Yeah, you are. Yes.
Yeah, it's really appreciated. So thank all of you guys for being a part of this. It makes doing these kind of events like not only worth it, but like this is the least we can do to give back to the community that's given so much to us. So you guys got a big weekend. We have some dice to give away. We're gonna stop being sappy, and we're gonna start giving some dice away. Which ones are we giving away tonight, Emily?
I think that we should give Eclipse Space Dice.
The Eclipse Space Dice.
Yes.
All right. So we are sponsored and partners with Norse Foundry. We don't talk about it enough. They do so much for us. They send us so many dice. Anytime we need something, Eric is on it and for us. And so thank you, Eric. Thank you, Norse Foundry. We really appreciate the ability to like celebrate and give this stuff away because they're really great dice, and we're not just saying that.
They feel good in your hands.
They do. They really.
What,
like
you
to
got
just
me with
shake
that
them.
one. It wasn't the words; it was the facial expressions.
Okay, so we've got a good amount of people in this chat.
Yeah,
So-
41, I believe.
Yeah.
Just keep going
Roll a
up.
D41.
Just do that.
I think you actually can do that with a virtual.
You
Yeah.
can.
You can just roll whatever.
Computers can make numbers work however you want them to.
So we got 33. We got 33 folks in here that are not us.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, then just add us in.
We won't dice
Don't
too.
do that.
All right. So I'm gonna just roll here.
Do it.
I'm gonna roll a D30 and see what
I was
happens.
Yeah,
gonna
where's
say.
that D33 Norse Foundry?
I know. I look. We're trying to give away some dice here. You don't.
Some
I don't have the
people
right
are
dice.
automatically being excluded, though. You got 3
Yeah, I
people who
know.
are.
I'm not gonna do that because the 3 people. You're right. Would not get it. So
Can you
one
roll
moment.
a D? Do the 30 and the D6
And a D4?
or D4?
No, I got it. Thanks, Google. I got it. Here we go. All right. Rolled a 25 on that bad boy. So let's count to 25. You guys talk. Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Who's the coolest Sesame Street character?
The count.
The count?
Okay,
Yeah,
I
the
needed,
count,
I
for
needed
sure.
validation for that. Like,
You needed validation.
like I was like, that's my immediate thought, but like,
Well, it looks like 10 is our winner.
Hey!
Nice.
Hey! Congrats,
congratulations,
Ben!
Ben.
Nice.
You won it.
Congratulations.
Nice.
And this is a surprise to everybody, but when I was getting all the gift certificates for Paizo, I saw that we had a $50 gift certificate that had was there that had never been given out, maybe from a previous STF.
Oh, that's mine.
No, it's not been given away.
I left
right
that
now.
there.
I
My
left
bad.
that. My bad.
All right, so
Hey,
here we go.
Lynn Myers in the chat. Hey, she is going to
Hey, she'll be on the panel, the Women in TTRPGs panel.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, so let's roll again and see who is going to
Who
get
gets
that.
that
I
50
suggest that
schmackers?
you spend that on Mechageddon because I have read the adventure and it is pretty dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one single book that takes you from what was it, 3 to 18, and it's like set up in 4 different adventures that are all bound in one book. It's very cool. Anyway, here we go.
That's so much.
Okay. Looks like Bellandora is the winner of this
Bella!
chunky Eisen
Nice.
gift certificate. Bella, I will get with you. I will give you that code on our Discord. And congratulations.
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 You've done it.
You won it.
You won it. Hey. Okay.
Nice.
So we've given stuff away. We've made everybody feel good. We've talked about our magic colors.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the way you kick off an STF con, really.
Of all the ways, it's certainly
about right.
one.
It's
Well-
certainly it's one of the ways
One
of
of
all
the ways
time
of
to kick
all
off an STF gun.
Well, if you're not gonna play an adventure because your GM's too old, then this is probably the best other option.
Adam, we love you. You're not too old, by the way.
I'm just
He
picking.
loves-
No,
I
but
love you.
I know.
I know, but I am in pain. You guys suck.
That was like the exact same vocal timbre as Zach admitting he's going to fish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same energy.
Yeah, I know I'm not too old. Cool. Still right.
My daughter tells me the same thing all the time.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
Happy STF Con,
Happy
everybody!
STF
Yeah,
Con.
thanks for
Roll
being
some
here.
dice,
For real.
make some
Thank
memories.
y'all.